Welcome to Straight Out of Savannah, Talking with Tammi, a podcast that showcases people you may not know who are choosing to use their gifts to inspire and move the planet.
Welcome to Straight Out of Savannah, and I'm super excited to be here with my guest, Dave Holt. He's going to share a little bit about who he is and what it is that he does and how he can help you. Dave, take it away.
All right. Thank you very much, Tammi. Good to be here. When I was 18, I was involved in a car accident that took the life of my 3-year-old cousin.
Oh, wow.
And it was obviously traumatic, a lot of guilt, a lot of shame, and a fear of happiness was born of that.
Yeah.
It's a miracle I survived. They don't know how I did. I was thrown from the van and I wasn't mangled. I just don't know how I survived. Soon after that, I was kind of always very spiritual, always had this passion to live as my soul. It was an obsession, really, and still is. And so I became a massage therapist. I became an energy healer. I did a lot of different channelings. I did a lot of different things. But all the while, I was also self-destructive with alcohol, pot, various drugs. Still me, but still very secretive, subdued, and just dead-end jobs, healing, doing some healing, some work there, but for the most part, dead end. I've been sober now since 2012, January 1st, so over 10 years. And I don't relate to that life anymore. I don't want to drink. I'm on a high. I just serve people, helping people have that experience of a soulgasm, as it's known, and live more from that space. And use that soul's power to help them solve the concrete problems of their life, whether it's finance, career, health, life purpose, or relationships, some of the main areas. So I also happen to be quite a clear channel, a messenger for spirit, for deceased loved ones, angels, masters. So I kind of gotten back into that the last couple of years. And that's proved to be very valuable for clients as well. So what I do is kind of tune into what the person needs, and then the healer part in me goes to work helping them heal that and address it. So I like the combination of the two, the channeling and the healing. So it's not just one or the other. It's just I kind of use it as both. And whatever I do, whether it's helping people with migraines or life purpose or whatever, the core center is helping them feel their soul's love more and live more from that space. So
that is awesome right there. I want you to say that one again.
Let's see if I can.
The core center.
Whatever I do, whether it's helping people with health issues or life purpose or money flow or relationships, at the core essence of it is helping people feel their soul's love more and live more from that space, and switch to that when they want, not just feel it sometimes or haphazardly, but purposely connect to, okay, I want to feel my soul, and boom, you feel this rush of love and energy and like answers and guidance and just all the whole ball of wax.
Yes. That's
Does that sound juicy or what?
Yes. It's like a powerful space to be.
Once I experienced it for real. I had this passion. Once I had my soul awakening experience, it validated my passion. Like, yeah, I want to live like that more. Yep, that's it. So
yes, that's powerful, because the thing is people need that, especially now.
Especially now. I agree.
So when you I've got a question. So when you work with your clients, what is the very first thing that you work with them on? Like some people work with people to, to open up first. Some people work with people first to ground because we know that most of the time people are not grounded. And so, what is the first step with you? Like, if you were working with someone, say you're doing a 6 week something with them or whatever, what was the first thing that you would do for them or show them or teach them?
Well, that's a great question. The first thing that I consistently do is either explain, educate, or show them and let them know that they are this powerful, amazing soul. Period. It doesn't change. It hasn't changed. It will never change. You've forgotten it. You may not be able to feel it when you want, but the great news is you are this. We just need to simply release the trauma, release beliefs, release what's in the way of you naturally feeling it. So whatever challenge or problem you have, your soul can help solve it. And we will get to the bottom of it. And it bends and transforms and transcends the laws of this physical reality. So it can provide, I've seen miraculous physical healings, and it has all this power. So that's the one thing that I consistently say and let them know.
That's powerful because most people don't know that, or they can't embody it. Maybe because of all the traumas and all the things that, they've been lifing, and it's taken them to this place where they can't even believe in themselves. So to me, that's like one of the greatest gifts, to show you that, you are the power. And I love how you do that. And I can say that because you just had a session with me and it was amazing. And the way that you do that and the way that you open up for people, I want you to speak toward that.
How I help people open up to that?
Yeah. How do you the way that you yourself open up to holding that space and being able to love people to where they need to be? Because that's what it felt like to me.
Well, after years and years of doing this for myself, I hope to save people time, money, and energy and be a guide for them. So the first thing I try to do is take them on a guided meditation to connect them with that soul essence. And it's something that is beyond words, but words are needed in order to help get to that space. So I've been told that me being in that space more helps them. Like, it's what I do, but also kind of almost pulling them along, like holding that vibration of, yes, this is possible.
Yes.
This isn't some fantasy. And like you said, most people, or a lot of people, are aware of our soul, higher self, whatever they call it. But even the New Age community, if you're not feeling it when you want, that's sad.
Yes.
And it's always in the future. One day I'll wake up, one day I'll be this, I'll be that. Well, it always goes back to the now. Like, what do I need to do now? What do I need to release now? And I know that's a cliche, but it really is your point of power, coming back to this now moment of, where are you focusing? Ego or soul? Love or fear?
Yes.
Sometimes it's quite simple.
Yes.
But it's not always easy, but it's often simple. So I use both practical tools to help them have that experience, and holding a space for them that says, okay, you are this. I know it with all my heart. I'm here for you. You are this.
Yes.
And so it's a combination of both behind the scenes kind of energy, space holding, and concrete tools, because as woo-woo as I am, it has to be practical and get concrete results in your life.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Because you got to be able to understand.
Yeah.
Because we know that the metaphysical is not always easy to understand on an intellectual level.
Right.
And I know that a part of that is guiding people kind of out a little bit so that they can feel, they can listen to their senses and stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that. So
Yeah.
what is another technique or tool that you use to help people to step into that place, help people to stand in these spaces, the energetic spaces?
Well, I've developed something called this, what I call the soul switch, which actually a mentor helped me kind of figure that out as far as the name. And what it is it's either mantra or visual that you have that indicates you're switching from your ego's perspective to your soul's. More your soul's, because we're already coming from ego most of the time. So it's more like, an example would be, I now feel my soul's love.
Yes.
I'm now switching to soul. Something short, succinct, and powerful for you that signifies to your cognitive senses, your intention, and your decision to feel and focus more on your soul's essence and want to know that more. So it really comes down to a decision. You have to take people's word for it until you actually have this soul experience. And even a quote, small soul experience is quite orgasmic. It's a love, it's a joy, it's something that's constant and beyond words, yet going back to what you said, the intellectual processes, the intellectual words, these things help bring about the experience. The experience itself is something that is just beyond words. I'm just going to go to this. Can you still hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, great.
I think
so it just, it sounds simple, but again, it is simple. It's like, okay, you know how it is. It's like hard to hold a thought for 10 seconds.
Yes.
So if we can train our mind to go, okay, wait a minute, I want to feel my soul.
Yes.
I want to know that. Even if it's for 10 seconds, that's way better than not doing it at all.
Yes. So a part of it sounds like you are going through a period where you are learning your true self and you are connecting to yourself and to source as well.
Yes. There's actually two parts to my work, really, two main bodies of technique, which is the one I just described, soul switch, focusing more on your soul. And the second is giving you some healing techniques that release what's in the way of you feeling it. If you just did that one, release what's in the way, you'd be good because you're already this soul. So it's like taking a shower and you're all grimy and dirty and muggy, and it's hard to even feel or experience your true self. But when you clean off and you're nice and pristine and clean, you didn't change anything. You just got rid of what was there that was blocking that. So that powerful technique is from A Course in Miracles. It's the true forgiveness philosophy. And anybody can use it. It works in you can say it in a matter of seconds. And it really gives your higher power permission to heal that belief in separation, the guilt, the shame, the anger, the self-anger that's below the surface that keeps your love out of your awareness. Yes. So if you just do the switching, it doesn't tend to work as much, because I've been doing that my whole life. And I was kind of making progress, but until I learned some of these deeper healing techniques that really went to the core root cause of this, I wasn't making a lot of progress, and I don't live there 24/7. Believe me, I want to, but I can connect to that soul. It gives me body tingles. I can connect to it anytime I want. And I've spent a lot of hard work doing that. And I want to save people, again, time and effort with that. And it's beyond, it's just such a joy to be able to do that.
Yes.
I've been through 27 years of hell, of abusing myself. I didn't think it would take that long to get through it, but I knew I would. But that's another story.
Yes, that's a different broadcast, but it's
It's a
okay.
different broadcast. Short version, I was in hell. Now I'm not.
Yes, I'm done.
I'm done.
Oh wow, that is
I wish it was that easy, right? Okay, I'm done. Snap our fingers.
I was gonna say if we could do like what is them girls Bewitched?
Yeah, exactly.
So
I'm 54. I grew up in the Bewitched days, you know.
I was gonna say I'm 53, so yes.
Yeah, yeah. She had it
Bewitched.
going on. She had it
What
going
was
on.
the other one? I Dream of Jeannie.
Dream of Genie. Yeah, Genie. Yeah, yeah, totally. And so,
Even my
because of the consistent practice, if you do these things, you'll have these quantum leaps.
yes.
Just like with anything. When I first learned guitar, I could barely put my fingers on the frets to make a chord.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how am I ever going to get this? This is so hard. But now I don't play that much, but I can always go back and play some chords. So it's like that practice. That's why they call it a spiritual practice.
Yes.
You do it, and you'll have these quantum leaps because of that practice. But the quantum leaps don't just happen haphazardly.
Right.
You need to put in the inner work. You need to effort. You need to focus. You need to, and it doesn't take that much because your soul is so powerful. It's not like you need to meditate an hour a day. Start with a minute.
Yes.
A minute checking in is going, okay, I want to know my soul. Hey, man, this soul business, I want to feel you. I want to feel some soulgasm here.
Yes.
Just get real with it.
Yes.
So
that's almost life-changing, really. That is life-changing. And I think that the more people that we can get on this plane, the better it's going to be for all of us. It's like as we shift the planet, the momentum on the planet and all the things, as we shift those things, I feel like it's going to be so much better for all of us. Now let's talk about this pandemic, because that is something that people want to hear about. So now, what are your feelings on the pandemic? Like we talked a little bit in the green room, like why do you feel like this has come for us?
that's a big, great question. And I happen to have, at least what comes to me in contemplating this is two things. First, on the surface level, that the planet as a living organism is fighting back against the cancer that is destroying her, right? We're polluting her, we're doing all these things, and this little virus has brought the world to its knees.
Yes.
Made us go, hey, wait a minute, whoa, we're destroying our very home. So climate change, all these things happening. On a deeper level, in your personal life, when something comes up that's negative, it's a chance to release the cause of that.
Yes.
And so collectively, there's a lot of negative stuff, a lot of beliefs, a lot of fear coming up. And I feel we're being asked to heal that within ourselves, first and foremost, because we can only be responsible for ourselves, as an example. And then help others, and or simultaneously help others with that too. We don't need to be healed and perfect in order to help others, right?
Right.
So even though, and I'm risk saying this, so many people are having a challenging time, it's a positive thing in the long run, because this negative stuff is there anyway. It has to come up to be healed and illuminated and given to soul's love to heal.
Yes.
The hate that's out there, the racism, the polluting of the air, the polluting of our home, all this negative stuff has to be looked at in order to be healed and released. So I think that's my take on it. That's what I've gotten.
Yes. I agree.
Hang in
I
there.
agree with
Hang
that.
in there. Go within.
Yeah.
If there's anything I can say to your listeners, go within and call on your soul power on what to do. This pandemic is affecting us. Stay safe, stay in tune. It's literally forcing us to go inward
Yes.
in our homes, in our work. It's figuratively and literally. So see the silver lining, see the hope, see see the transformation that is taking place on a larger scale. Um, and the number one thing I see it doing is helping people connect with their selves.
Yes. I, you know, I truly believe that. I believe that it has come for us to connect. I thought when it initially started that it came as a purge. I felt like it brought us to a place, just like you said, this little virus bringing us to our knees. The whole shut down the whole world,
Yeah.
all of the planes and all the stuff and everything else that came with it. It's like, oh my God. And now you got, to me, it's like they brought up different reasons for people to argue. It's like, oh, we're not going to argue about this anymore. Let's argue about this.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think you hit something on the head where the more people that are soul connected,
Yes.
they don't go starting wars.
Yes.
They aren't greedy. They don't go trying taking over other people's land.
Yeah.
There's a love and a security and a isness that just, there's plenty for everyone. It's just so peaceful. It's heaven on earth within you. And then it starts to translate into a more peaceful place.
I like that.
So, don't do it for the world,
Yeah.
though. Do it for you because you deserve this love and this gift. And the win-win of spirit is, yes, it helps the world too. But don't do it for the world and neglect yourself with this gift.
Yes.
Put on your own oxygen mask, so to speak, first. Feel your own love first. You deserve it.
Yes. Yes.
The birthright.
Yes. It's almost like now you look and you can actually see things, that are happening that are beautiful.
Yeah.
When you might not have been able to see that, in the past.
Right.
It's almost like we're looking for beauty.
Yeah. Yeah. And to clarify, I mean, do things to make the world a better place, but also include yourself.
Yes.
Include yourself.
Mm-hmm.
We neglect ourselves. Easy to give. Sometimes it's harder to receive. Receive that love. And just like ego shows you the negative stuff, your soul shows you the beauty.
Yes.
Like you said, there's beauty. Which are you going to focus on? The flowers that are so beautiful, the trees, the ocean, the sky. There's a lot of beauty in the world. Don't always looking for the negative stuff. It'll show itself. Like you getting triggered. You don't need to go looking for it, right?
Right. Exactly. We can say, no, we're good with that. We don't need to look for that. It's okay.
No, you don't ignore it. It'll show up.
Mm-hmm. But you don't. You just.
But you don't focus on it.
You look at the beauty. And that is key, I think, for this time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like we shared, earlier, if you walk into a dark room, you don't turn off the dark switch. You don't move around for the dark switch. You don't try to analyze it, how long it's been there, how do I get rid of it? You simply turn on the light switch. You turn on your light. So are you focusing on your soul more, turning on the light and the love that you are, goes a long way to illuminating the darkness, so-called darkness. Which it's not real. It's just us closing our eyes. We're just lack of light. So anyway, yeah.
Closing our eyes is not even real.
It's like, it reminds me of when our kids were, that certain age where it's like they play hide and seek. And if you're out of their awareness, you're hiding.
Yes.
You go like this and like, okay, you're hiding. Like, oh,
yeah, I remember those days. Oh my goodness. All right. So, any last thoughts that you have to share? If you have something you want to share, or
Mm.
a gift that you have, or whatever, just give us last thoughts, and then also share how people can connect with you. And all those will be in the notes as well. But just share how they can connect.
I feel it starts with a decision,
Mhm.
as with anything. You don't even have to want it with all your heart. Just make a decision. I want to know my soul. I want to feel it. I want to know, check this out.
Mhm.
You can always go back to just living from ego,
Right.
but I want to bring my soul into my life. And then you will attract the people, books, techniques, videos, whatever, to bring that into alignment because you'll be seeking it for one. So you'll literally go
Right.
find it, and it will be
Mhm.
attracted to you.
Yes.
I was very guided to create a site, a tribe that I call Higher Self Adventure Soul Tribe,
Mhm.
where people can, I go live once a week, giving channeled messages, active healing meditations, and techniques on how to do this. It's practically like getting a private session 4 times a month. One of those sessions is incredibly valuable, but I made this a membership site. So for $9.95 a month, accessible to virtually anyone who wants to check it out, that's what I've created, higherselfadventures.com. And even for just checking it out, you get 2 free guided meditations, activating stronger intuition and soul powered health. Just for checking it out, those are both $9.95 each. So you actually kind of make money for checking it out for a month in a certain way, I
I
guess.
know, right?
You get $20 of value for $10 of checking it out. But I really was guided to do this because as the numbers grow, I can help many people at once. It's very efficient from Spirit's point of
Yes.
view. Enough
Yes.
people get on there, and it's new. I just launched it a month or so ago.
Oh,
So
okay.
more people get on there. It can support me in serving you.
Yes.
And it just feels really good. The people that are already in it, got like 20 or so members, life changing things are going on. And speaking of that, it is life changing when you feel your soul for the first time in a powerful way.
Yes.
Inevitable, that's undeniable, that's just like, whoa, okay. Now I know what I've been missing. Now I know, have some
Yes.
motivation and fuel to go for more of that.
Yes.
And hey, by the way, let it solve these problems that I'm having in my life.
That's
So
nice.
that's what my service to people. That's what I was really excited about this new soul tribe, and that's the, and you can connect with me, of course, directly from that, even if you don't join. But that's a good way to test the waters and check it out.
Yes. That's powerful. That's awesome. That's awesome. I really
Thank you.
like
That
that.
was Spirit's idea. It wasn't mine. I can't take credit for it. I was like showing the whole
Right.
vision, like, look at all these people you could help. It costs them $10 a month, which is completely a no-brainer. One of these sessions is worth that.
I
You
was
know, it's all
gonna say,
recorded,
so
so you
that's
have
what,
access to all the
250 a
record.
week?
What's that?
I said, what's that, 250 a week?
Yeah, exactly.
Less than Starbucks?
Yeah. Oh, plus there's a live Q&A
Yeah.
every week, plus, in addition to the hour or so live stream. So
Yes.
it's a brilliant way to build something that I feel really honored and grateful to be a part
Yes.
of.
Yes.
So yeah.
That's so powerful. I know that the people that are in there and the people that are coming in there are going to get awesome value. Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
I'm
Yes,
astounded.
indeed.
I'm just in awe watching it happen. Like, wow, this is
I
amazing.
know, right?
Better than I imagined.
It's almost like you get out of your own way
Yeah.
and allow spirit to just come in and show up and say, okay, this is what I'm doing. You know, I started this show just like that.
Oh, beautiful,
Spirit said,
beautiful.
do it, and I was like, but I don't know how to do it. You know? It's like I'm tech challenged. I never had to do that kind of stuff, in my regular job. I'm like, I don't know what to do. And Spirit said, start on YouTube. just start. And I did. And now it's on Anchor and all these other places. But I was like, I don't know, and then people started reaching out to me later after I had done it and was like, oh, I can teach you how to do this, that, and the third. I was like, honey, I learned that already. Spirit sent me, just like you said, when you get ready, Spirit will send all the different tools and the things that you need.
Yeah.
People,
Yeah.
so people came to me and said, do this. And then somebody said, hey, try Anchor or whatever. And I was like, well, I tried it before, but it was like the year before and it was so complicated and it just wasn't working for me. And then when I tried it again, it was right on target.
Beautiful.
So it was the timing. That's the other part that I've learned is that sometimes it's just the timing.
Yep.
Yep. It's divine. So whatever the divine timing is, that's what it is.
That's right. Get in the flow. I loved what you said about just, Spirit saying, just do it. You're like, I don't know how. Well, just do it.
And that was literally how that happened.
And so you just go one step at a time. Okay, I'm going to do it. I don't know how. I don't need to know how. I'm going to commit. Remember that decision. I'm going to do it.
Yes.
Doesn't matter how. When you order a menu item on a restaurant, do you worry about how they're going to cook it and back and bring it to you?
No.
No, you just order off the menu of life.
And you trust.
And you trust. And
it's going to come back like you asked for it.
I love that. Yeah. Do you trust they're going to get your order right or wrong? What's your fear? The menu of life can be very analogous to, how you go about life. So,
yes.
So yeah, I love that. Here you are doing it.
Perfect.
So
perfect. So perfect.
So perfect.
All right. Well, I truly appreciate you coming on here today. This has been so amazing. I knew it would be. I was actually kind of waiting on it. I was like, I wish I could have got him in earlier. But this was divine timing and it was perfect timing. So I'm just so grateful. And the conversation, of course, didn't disappoint.
Well, thank you so much. I received that. I'm honored to be here. Thank you for having me on. And this has been really, really great. Enjoy interviewing with you. It's easy to do when, you're you. Like some of those interviews are like, okay, when is this going to end?
Right? I know. You're like, oh my God, here we go. But I try to set it up. And like I said,
Now, most of my interviews have actually been really, really good because people are I have a topic that's kind of weird, like Soulgasm. What's that? What are you doing here?
Right.
Okay. Well,
I love it.
It took me a while to come out of the spiritual closet full blown to like, hey, okay, this is what I can do, but now this is what I really want to do. This higher self adventures, this soul connection, this helping people heal with that power. So once I did that, Tammi, things have been really opening up. And here I am on podcasts, getting out. I've been asked to be on a larger stage. I'm very comfortable literally on stage and the virtual stage. So I've come full circle to being ready to serve whoever I'm meant to serve and go wherever I'm meant to go. So you're a big part of this. You're a big part of this.
And that's a beautiful thing.
That's a beautiful thing.
Because how many people really out here in the planet are there where, they're ready to serve whoever they have to serve and go where they have to go, and whether it's virtual or, whatever. It's like that's not very common.
Well, I think people have an idea, a false belief of if I serve, I'm going to be asked to do something I don't really want to do. But it's the opposite. It's like a joy and better than you can imagine. And just like your soul's going to guide you to do what brings you joy.
Yes.
And abundance and service and fun. So it's like, yeah. So thank you. I'm ready to serve. full.
And you are so welcome, and you do it so well. I appreciate that.
Thank you, Tammi. You're making me blush now.
Well, that's my job.
That's your job. Okay. Well, you do it well.
Thank you. I love empowering people. So I know that's, something, because I know how it feels to be disempowered. I've been there. So I really, try really hard to empower people in everything that I do.
Yeah. So, well, you're sure doing it. You're sure doing it. I listened to an episode of yours and it was, yeah, you do. So.
Awesome. that means a lot to me because it's like I didn't have any idea when I started this thing. I was like, okay. And then I started, coming up with excuses like we do, oh, I don't have this, I don't have that, I needed this, I needed that, I need more money, and Spirit was like, no, just do it.
Yeah.
You know,
So can I ask you, in stepping into this, were you asked anything other than being you?
no, I
Like
was actually asked
you,
to be me.
we have these roles of like, okay, I'm going to serve, I'm going to be this certain thing. I have to fit in this box. I have to do certain things. I can't be me. I have to be this certain way. But in reality, you and I are just being us.
Yes, absolutely.
And this gives us
Doing
a
what we do.
form and a forum and a platform to be us,
Yes.
to empower people. I'm just being me.
It's
Who knew?
amazing.
I needed, who knew? So
I
anyway.
know. And it was wild because when I first started, I thought I gotta be a certain kind of way, I gotta be professional and this and that and da 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 da, and then after after a while, I think maybe it was just a few interviews, I was like, you know what? I can't be nobody but me. You know? I was like, it's like I gotta be me. And then because I would get, intuitive hits about people while we were on the show. And sometimes I would hold back, you know.
Mhm.
Eric was like, no, you're not supposed to hold back. He goes, that's why your show is your show, because it's not like other people's. You're not supposed to hold back. And so I stopped. So now if I get a hit, I say, of course I ask, am I supposed to share it? Because,
Mhm.
sometimes you're not.
Yeah.
But they say share. I say, okay. I said, you ever thought about doing blah, 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 blah? And they say, I never thought about that. That's a good idea. So I would do that, and it turned out so good, and I was like, wow, okay. Because you're like, okay, you watch everybody's podcast because that's what we do. We watch and we do some research and see how people do things, and then we go, oh, well, I like the way she does it, you know? And
Yeah.
for me, my show I modeled after Super Soul Sunday, Oprah's, and Tom Bilyeu's Impact Theory because I love the way those shows flow.
Uh-huh.
They flow authentically. Whether they give them questions or whatever, it looks authentic. It
Yeah.
looks like they're just flowing, and
Yeah.
so that was how I modeled my show. I said, I want to flow and I want
Beautiful.
to be able to give people opportunity to, get their message out and all this kind of stuff because I'm a connector, and I finally recognized that after years of doing it, just not knowing, it's like, oh, I'm a connector. That's what I am. That's what I'm supposed to do, you know? So anyway,
That's great.
I
Great.
have loved this show. This has been amazing. And I've enjoyed you, Dave. It's been awesome. I think that I'm going to do a summit and I've been saying it and I ask myself why, but I know that it's something I need to do. So I'm going to just tell you that I want you to be a part of it as soon as I get it together.
Well, thank you, thank you, thank you. I would love
Yeah,
that. I would love
yeah,
it.
I
We
do.
we
I
we
want to
would
do it.
we would just nail it. We just like,
Yes,
yeah.
yes. I've been thinking about it, and it's another one of those things that I haven't done before. I kind of have stayed away from doing it.
Uh-huh.
It's
Spirit's
like
going, do it, do it, do
yeah, it's going do it. You can do it. Because you have all these people that you want to come and share and that are beautiful. So yeah, so it's happening.
Excellent.
Yep. So I got you on my
Here I'm
list.
hearing pick a date.
You hearing what?
I'm hearing pick a date.
Yeah, I heard that too. Yeah.
Pick a date. And then it starts to be real. Okay, you got on that date.
Exactly.
Things will
Exactly.
flow, and you got the flow going on. You're very intuitive. You're very in the flow, and I see you come to a place of just asking and you shall receive kind of a thing.
Yes.
A lot of people have blocks in allowing that statement to be true, but you've spent a lot of time in past lives in this going, okay, asking it really will be true for you.
Yes.
Might be some, divine timing and challenges and this and that, but it's basically like, okay, this date feels good. Give me a date. I'm going to put it on the books, and then boom, there it is in physical reality. But you got this. It sounds fun. Sounds like an amazingly transformative, fun, joyful, amazing summit. I would love to be honored to be part of it. Good.
Yeah, I'm so
Let's
excited.
rock it. Let's rock it.
Yes, rocket. All right. Well, we are going to shut this down. I really am so appreciative and I have loved this space and this time. And this connection has been just wonderful. So, if you have enjoyed listening to our conversation and you would like to reach out to Dave and join his membership for sure, because that is like, oh my God, it's a no-brainer. It's less than a couple of Starbucks. The Starbucks is I don't know, ridiculous now, like $5 or $6 for a cup. So it's even less than that, and you'll get so much more. So,
and you can have both. Have your Starbucks and this.
Yeah, you could actually afford to have your Starbucks too, right? All right. So thank you so much for joining us on Straight Out of Savannah. We will definitely do this again. Mr. Dave has been amazing. And you're David Holt. So he's David Holt. So I love that name because it actually is my husband's name and my grandfather and one of my uncles.
A lot of us Daves are around.
A lot of us. I love it. Yes, I love it. So
Great.
Again, thank you so much for joining us. And we're going to click on off right now and have a wonderful rest of your day whenever you are catching this. Bye now.
I know you've been blown away with the amazing value here today. Now go out and inspire the planet. And be sure to send us a message when you're ready to come talk about it on Straight Outta Savannah, Talking with Tammi.